Welcome to part 2 of Nightcall. Yes, I'm going to be making a Let's Play. And why am I going to make it a Let's Play? Because I really enjoy the story of this game. So, Night to Judge. There we are. Let's keep this game going, because I know I enjoyed this a lot, and I really want to continue playing this. So, we've just ended after the taxi service, and now we're going back to the investigation part of it. It's thick and heavy. You just make out your name written in the thick black marker on the front. Your real name? You take a deep breath and go inside. In the envelope you find more information. Just as Beset promised. You lay them on the table. You look at the new evidence on the table. It will take you a while to read everything carefully. Steps in the hallway. They stop in front of your door, then move away. You glance at your bed and get to work. Okay, so what have we found overall? Picture the crime scene. That's a new clue. Police report on the victim. Victim 1. Victim 2. Don't have enough time, don't have enough time. Okay, let's go end of night then. Shame we don't have enough time to, investigate all of this. With heavy hands you wipe your tired face. You open the sofa bed and lay down. The events of the day run through your head. The streets, the pastures, their faces, their problems. Your brain is running at full speed. Your body aches and you're in pain. You can tell you need to get more sleep. You glance at your investigation board. You hope to find more information tonight, even as soon as you wake up. You shake your head and your mind wanders for a second, and suddenly you're asleep. Now just loading to the second part. So I like this because it shows that I can show my voice a lot better. You open one eye. You start whistling. Some sound that's been in your head since you woke up, though you don't know why. It's going to be a long night. You get up quickly, and a few minutes later you're outside of your studio. Going on to night 3. Okay, so where are we going first of all? I think going over to this investigation would be a good idea. Hopefully it isn't much money, if there is any money involved. From outside, the Montparnasse gun store looks like any other shop. Plain, discreet front window, sliding doors. But inside they say handguns, machine guns, knives and even grenades. It's your first time here, but you already had its owner in your cab. The store opens really early so the patrons can come train at the shooting range. As you walk up to the counter, you hear a distant noise of gunshots under your feet. It's an unsettling experience. Can I help you? Oh, it's Madame. Okay. Can I help you? I don't know. I really can't do female voices. It's the owner speaking. An older woman with a hunchback. She's been selling weapons since the 70s. She's cheeky in a typically Parisian way, and her wrinkles carve craters across her face. Ah, it's you. It's been ages. Come closer. You make small talk and eventually decide to go for it. I have a question for you about a weapon. You slide the photo of the shell across the counter. She slowly looks up at you. Where's the photo from? She's been doing this for years, and you doubt you can pull one over on her. Yeah, right. Get the F out of here. You recall the bitterness of her voice. Listen, I'm just looking for more information about the shell. I don't talk to filthy liars like you. Get out. She points to the door. Police gave it to me. Yeah? And just how did you end up with police photos? I'm a private investigator now. On the top of driving a cab. She cocks her head towards the outside. Although, with the disruptive economy we're living in, it's not surprising that you have to work 2 jobs. Oh, she's gonna make me pay, isn't she? Give that to me. She practically rips a photo out of your hands. You give her as many details as you can. She thinks for a while. The shop doors open and a woman, probably a cop from her appearance, comes in and greets the owner and disappears downstairs. When she opens the door, it creaks and the smell of gunpowder spreads across through the store. It's funny. This doesn't fit with what you told me. The shell is in perfect shape, and you told me the bullets are also completely clean. But it's old ammo. You can tell. There are no scratches, but there are a few oxidization stains, and her voice grows darker all of a sudden, like something had escaped from her. In my opinion, it's from an old weapon, perfectly maintained, by someone who knew what they were doing. In light of what you told me, I say it belonged to a cop, or a soldier. It could be a family weapon. It was a police service weapon in the 1970s. Either a cop held onto it, or the guy you're looking for inherited it. That judge there, he's a pro. You raise your head to meet her gaze. Her old bones make that slight shift again, the one that could be constructed as a smile. Or she, actually. You know, lots of women shoot, and I give classes if you have any lady friends who are interested. Back in your cab. You glance back at the shop. You don't know how this woman knew that. Anyway, you start your taxi. You have what you need to move forward with your investigation. And a coupon for a class on shooting automatic weapons. Nice. I mean, at least there's something there. Let's go with this person here. I really don't want to transport a dog. That'd be a bit too much. How far you want to go? Yeah, I accept that fare. Your next passenger is alone and waiting for you on the sidewalk. She gets in the cab and whispers, "Hello." She has no handbag or suitcase. Just a small handmade sign with an Indian name printed on it. Charles de Gaulle, please. She's young, with a soft, slight accent. Her face shows no emotion. Her fingers play with the small gold chain around her neck. It's the only piece of jewellery she has on. You drive, glancing back from her time to time. Her head seems to be elsewhere. Everything alright, miss? She nods her head gently, cracking a tiny smile. It's really early. The first planes to come in are the worst. Everyone is exhausted and half asleep. Yes, exactly. And she sighs. I must confess, I don't really want to go there. A tiny smile lights up her face for a split second before disappearing. Ah, family? My future husband. well, future. I've never even met him. Her accent suddenly becomes stronger. You know this habit well. Just before confining in you, pastures tend to relax it into their natural accent. I'm sure he's a great guy, as they say here. Sadness appears in her voice. But I don't know him at all. My parents chose him. It's crazy, isn't it? Are you shocked? Say nothing. A sad smile washes briefly over her face. It's tradition, or at least it used to be. My parents are a bit old school, even by current standards in India. I chose to study here, and not in England like my sisters. She flashed a smile. I fell in love with Paris and decided to stay. I almost never go home. Actually, this is home now. Anyway, my parents insist I meet them. Meet him. He decided to make the trip, say at a meeting, as a pretext. It's hard to hold it against him. It's understandable from their perspective. I mean, it worked for them, right? You sense something bubbling up, anger, before she freezes. Some people refuse to let their emotions out. She slowly regains control of her body. What day trips would you recommend outside Paris? Nearby? She nods. Versailles, of course. It's really beautiful. Definitely worth it. Her face lights up. Oh yes, perfect. I'm sure he'll like that. Or there's Fontainebleau. There's a huge peak, very wild, if he likes hiking. I don't really know. She smiles slyly. You prefer to say nothing. The airport is not much further. Something about the young woman makes you feel uncomfortable. She looks as if is about to scream but is holding it in. Time passes and silence fills the cab. Which terminal? Your question startles her. Terminal C? 2C, I think? Is it an Indian airline? Indeed. Then it's definitely 2C. The flights come in very early. Yes, very early. Thank you. You park the car in front of Terminal 2C. Your passenger grabs her sign and exits the cab. She pauses for a second, as if she were about to say something. Then she disappears. Okay, fair. Let's go for this guy. Go for the old man. Oh, no, there's a lawyer. No, I'll go for the old man. I'd rather go for the lawyer than the old man. The old man than the lawyer. Okay. The passenger getting to your car is a famous polemicist. Oh, I already know him. Francis de la Nery. You've driven him home before. He doesn't seem to recognise you. Actually, he barely looks at you. You start driving. I have done. It was 2 days ago. He appears to be out of breath. His voice and hands are shaking. Unbelievable! He separates each syllable as if going to protect him from the violence around him. Unbelievable! Is everything okay? Can you even begin to fathom what a public danger this represents? Let's just say nothing. I'm surprised you of all people aren't speaking up. He raises his voice. It becomes screechy. They're going to take your job away, and with their electric cars driven by robots. That is what I'm talking about. Electric cars. Mere 5 minutes ago, I wanted to cross the street. Suddenly, slicing through the darkness and deafening silence, came an electric car. Its asphalt-coated tires drove right over the tip of my loafer. It's shot, I can tell. The leather is compressed and streaked with mud and soot. It's a travesty. A travesty! He begins writing furiously. You catch a few words from time to time. What for? For the environment? Create more road deaths? Save polar bears? He leaves you hanging for a second before grinning. Another badly thought out stunt from the snowflake hipster lobby. Gwinola. Canola. Electric planes that will crash into Charles de Gaulle Airport without a sound. You hear a lofty laugh. The Earth? Safe, intact, clean? But at what cost? No way, Jose. Our planet produces oil, so we must use it. It would be unnatural not to. Okay, interesting. Unnatural indeed. He chuckles crudely. Rise up in defense of the sweet purr of the convertible, just as they would the hoot of the owl in danger of extinction in the lush forest of the Champagne region. Ah, murderer, assassin, the furious silence made to oppress us. He puts down his notebook. A wafflish grin spreads across his face. Yes, magnificent editorial. Just magnificent. What about you? Would you want to have a silent car? Oh, I'm not sure. I'm going to say nothing. Those cars are going to kill hundreds, thousands of people. Their silence will be the carbon dioxide of the 21st century. They will infiltrate our cities, our countryside. They'll mow us down on foot, on bike, even in another car. I'll tell it as I see it. Noise is life. A city without noise is not a city. Mark my words. You drive in silence for a few minutes. In the back seat, the polemicist is fuming, and you catch occasional snippets of the nonsense. The taxi has almost reached your passenger's place. It's just here. You pull up in front of its address, an old building, freshly renovated. On the top floor, the bay windows shine faintly in the darkness as the Eiffel Tower spotlight washes over them. Your passenger sighs. Oh, the devils, the fools! It's the middle of the night and they're still having the time of their lives. He opens a window on the side and screams it at the packed cafe. The heated patio is filled with young people, well dressed and quite drunk. When will you cease this madness? He then turns to you to whisper, as if in secret. Every night they make one hell of a racket. Impossible to get a wink of sleep. He pays, gets out of the car, as in front of a bar in 3 angry leaps. You hear his voice from far away, a few words and some outdated swearing with a whiff of senility. You stop listening and drive off. Nice. Anyone there? Yeah, I'm gonna go up there. You're driving alone when a strange burnt smell fills your cab. take a round sniff. Is it coming from outside? Park. As soon as you see a free spot, you pull over and park. You freeze. Something or someone is in your taxi. A woman's voice resonates around the cab. I can't. I need a better signal. I'm here. I'm here. You turn around slowly. A young woman has appeared behind you. Don't shout. I'm afraid I'll lose the connection. I don't have much time. Well, this is going into the supernatural. There's something strange about her face. It's as if she's several people at once. Listen to me carefully. I come from the future, and you must know that you met. She stops moving like a computer glitch. She stays this way, still frozen. Then she suddenly starts moving again. Her reports has to reveal the existence of underground laboratories. Her reporting. She absolutely must go to Syria. Is essential in delaying the creation of the virus. Other teams are currently. She suddenly realizes she's just appeared in your taxi. F word. We can't seem to stay on target with the timeline we determined. She leans towards you. I have another name on my list. Pauline? Pauline Hoovero? You've never heard of her. I don't have much information on her for this time period, but she was supposed to go meet her future wife in Canada. Pauline is her eyes tear up. She's central to our plan. What's so special about her? She becomes one of the most influential figures of our time. Her talk show and other programs, her books, have the power. Her voice fades to rock the world. Her voice starts to break up. There's a problem. Our connection is falling apart. Her unbearable whistle noise starts coming through the radio. When you turn around, the woman has vanished. Oh, what the was that? Her burnt smell slowly fades when you start driving again. And now we're down over south areas. Let's go here. Okay, down here then. No? Anywhere? Let me click on people. Why am I not able to click on things? Anything? Anyone? Listen to radio, sure. Your finger is poised in a position trying to find out what you're listening to. Listen to the news. A crime novelist being interviewed about the latest book bringing up the judge. He's quick to say that, according to his sources, the third victim owed money to the mafia. And actually, he thinks the whole case is linked to organised crime. The judge is just a front for real criminals. As soon as the news is over, you turn the radio off so that the cab is silent again. Let's go with this lady. I'm able to click on anyone. I have a lot of fuel. Why am I not able to click on anything? Oh, this is weird. This one? No. This one? No. Why am I not able to move at all? I'm just wasting time. There we are. Am I going to be able to move yet? Yeah, no. Why am I not able to move? I don't know why it won't let me move. Maybe after the alien thing has been, then you don't have any more. You're not allowed to move your car. Yeah. Listen to the talk show. At night, you often happen upon the same show. A woman calling herself Lady Monaco takes calls from all over France. People tell her about their problems, their trivialities of their lives, and Lady Monaco listens and gives them advice. You like the show because the callers remind you of yourself, worn out, exhausted, and at the end of their rope. But basically because Lady Monaco is also trying to figure out who the killer is. Ah, my game has gone unresponsive. That's very weird how it just suddenly did that. Sorry guys, just a moment. It has never done this before, but I can't really end the recording because if I do, then it means that the is automatic saving, unfortunately. Oh, it's something to do with load tasks that is on my computer, which shouldn't be on my computer. Like, Skype 4 times? I don't even use Skype. Get out of here. Xbox Game Bar? Nope. Well, I'm going to end it here. I'm so sorry about the shortness of the episode, but hopefully it doesn't ruin anything. But thank you for coming anyway, and goodbye.